Imagine this. A young man, always known for his quiet demeanor and elusive presence, steps into the public eye in a way no one saw coming. A single moment, a single action, utterly unexpected, shakes the media, the public, and even his own family to the core. This isn't the Barron Trump we're used to hearing about. What could have possibly changed? What bold act could leave everyone speechless? Stay with me because the shocking reveal is about to unfold. Barron Trump, the youngest son of former President Donald Trump, has always been a figure of intrigue. Unlike his older siblings, he has largely kept a low profile throughout his life. Quiet, reserved, and private, Barron rarely makes headlines. When he does, it's usually for something trivial, like an outfit or a rare public appearance. But that all changed one day in a way no one could have predicted. It started innocently enough. Barron had been spotted attending a high-profile event, one that brought together some of the most powerful figures in the country. The crowd was buzzing, everyone trying to get a glimpse of the son of the former president. But no one expected what would happen next. Barron was seen interacting with one of the most controversial figures in media, someone who had been known for his outspoken and often polarizing views. At first, it seemed like an ordinary interaction. People were whispering. Maybe even a few cameras clicked. But then it happened. Barron made a bold, almost defiant gesture that left everyone who witnessed it in complete shock. His actions were not just surprising. They were downright audacious. In a world where the Trump family has often been careful with public appearances, Barron's decision to speak out in such a direct way felt like a turning point. To truly understand the gravity of this moment, we need to rewind a little. Barron, growing up in the shadow of his father's presidency, had always been the subject of intense media scrutiny, despite his silence. The world watched him grow up, but he remained a mystery to the public eye. Even now, he is still often seen as the enigma of the family. However, this event marked a shift. It felt as if Barron had been quietly absorbing everything around him, and was finally ready to speak up. But the question remained, why this specific moment? What pushed him to make such a public statement? The bold act Barron performed wasn't a spontaneous outburst, as many initially believed. It was a calculated move, a message, if you will, directed not just at the public, but at certain figures within his own family and the political world. To truly understand why this act was so shocking, we need to take a closer look at the context surrounding it. Barron had been, for years, the quiet observer in the midst of one of the most divisive and polarizing political eras in American history. He'd been silent through the public controversies, the political campaigns, and the media frenzy. He'd kept a low profile, often attending events without drawing much attention to himself. But this time, there was something different. The media had painted a picture of Barron as a passive figure, one who would never speak out, never make waves. The assumption was that he would follow in his father's footsteps and maintain the same level of public distance. However, that all changed when Barron made his bold statement at the event. He didn't just offer a few words, he took a stand, one that was impossible to ignore. The media outlets, who had always portrayed Barron as someone who would never challenge the status quo, were now forced to reevaluate everything they thought they knew about him. And the public was left wondering, what does this mean for the future? Has Barron Trump just begun to carve out his own path, separate from his father's influence? Could this be the beginning of a new chapter for him, one where he no longer stays in the shadows? What made this moment even more impactful was how it resonated with the public. The reaction was immediate and intense. Supporters of the Trump family praised Barron for his courage, while critics were quick to speculate about his motives. But one thing was certain. Barron Trump had proven he was no longer the silent observer. He was ready to make his voice heard. So, what does this all mean? Barron's bold act in public wasn't just a shocking surprise. It was a statement. It was a reminder that even those who are often overlooked or underestimated can have a powerful impact when they choose to speak out. The world had always expected Barron to remain in the background, but in that moment, he stepped forward and reminded everyone that he's more than just the son of a former president. He's his own person. Now, with all of this in mind, I want to hear from you. How do you think Barron's bold move will change how we see him going forward? What do you think motivated him to take such a public stand? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, And let's talk about what this moment means for Barron Trump's future.